Lately, I feel like I've been stuck in a hole, and that hole has a name, and its name is inertia. It's the feeling of being so down deep in that hole that you know there's no way of climbing out, and you know that you can't do anything about it, so you just kind of sit there with your hands on your knees and you just kind of exist and wait. Hi, I'm Victoria. I'm a junior in high school, and it's currently it's 11:29 p.m. What does it say? And it's November 20th. It is nighttime. I am in my pajamas. I also have my retainer on, so I hope that I don't have too much of a lisp or anything. I was going to go to bed, but I decided to make this video because recently I've been feeling a lot of, I guess, like the feeling of inertia. I feel like I'm just living day to day, and I think the reason that I feel this way in the beginning is probably because of disinterest. I would say that I'm not very interested in the things I'm doing right now. Like, I have some projects that I could be working on and that I should be working on, especially as a junior in high school, where your extracurriculars are especially important and everyone's scrambling to find things to do and everyone's staying up until like 1 a.m. Every single day. For me, I feel like I do have that time, and I feel like I could be using that time to do the same things that everyone else is doing. I could be entering competitions, I could be looking for internships, I could be writing this essay that I'm actually putting off right now because it's research based, and honestly, going through research papers is so tiring. I can't do it. But I just think I'm not like particularly interested in anything I'm doing, and it's been kind of tough for me because I feel like this entire week I've just been focused on like getting to the end of the week. Every single week actually is about the weekend. The weekend is a thing that carries me through, and this week especially because it's a full week at my school, and sometimes we have like holidays and half days and stuff, so we won't have like a full 5 days of school, but this week it is a full 5 days of school, and it's the way that that full 5 days has caused so much like dread in me. Like, I feel like I won't make it. It's already Wednesday, so I'm doing fine, and I know that it's just the 5 days of school, it's no big deal. But I think the fact that I see that as such a challenge just shows that I'm not doing something that I really like to do, and as a result I end up procrastinating, putting things off, and just really not doing things because I don't feel like it, because I don't feel like I don't feel like spending my time on that kind of thing. Put in a kind of extreme way, it feels like I'm at like a threshold right now. To be very, very over exaggerated, it's as if, you know that phrase where it's like you're not living, you're not dying, you're just surviving. I don't know if that's a phrase or something, but I think that's a thing. That's what it feels like for me. Not to like that extent. It's not like I'm struggling to just survive, like physically survive, but I still think the point I'm at right now, like the state that I'm in, it's like existentialism at its finest. Like, every single day I just look forward to the end of school, and when I get home from school I first take a break, take a long, long break. I'll usually eat dinner and then honestly watch YouTube shorts on my phone for like a good hour, and it's really bad. But I'll do that, and then I'll get started on my school homework because that's something that I know I have to do, because those have deadlines, and I'm not the type of person to ignore a deadline. So I'll submit my schoolwork and then I'll lack the interest of doing anything else. In fact, that's what I did today. I came home from school and I did nothing until I had piano. And after my piano lesson, I came home and I ate dinner and I literally watched YouTube for like an hour. Or I didn't watch YouTube, I watched like a show. But the point is, after that, I did my homework and my homework only took me maybe like 1.5 hours. It really wasn't a lot. And even then, it could have took me less time. But after that, it was like 9:30 and I still had time. I could have done many other things. There are many projects that I do have that I could be working on, but I didn't want to do them, and so I didn't do anything. And that's why I feel like I'm really just existing, especially this week since it's a 5-day week. I'm really just like, each day I wake up, I go to school, I fall asleep in some of my classes, and the thing that's keeping me going is really just the end of school and being able to go home and lie down on my couch and be lazy. That's what I look forward to, and I don't think that's normal, or it might be normal for some people, but I know others, they seem to really enjoy their time at school, and after school they have the energy to do so many other things, and I feel like every second of their days are filled with something productive. They're always working on this, working on that, something for a club that they're doing. Maybe they have like an internship, maybe, I don't know, they're like going to a concert or something, performing at a concert even, especially for people who do orchestra. But for me, it just feels like I don't know what I'm doing. I feel on a beach where there's like a lot of like pebbles, like one of those rocky beaches. I feel like I'm just one of those like pieces of gravel. Like, I'm nothing more than that. That's what it feels like right now, because I'm really just like existing. Like, I'm living day to day, I'm getting through each day, I'm doing what I have to do and nothing more, because I'm so like disinterested in everything. I'd like to make a disclaimer that this is not, it sounds weird. I mean, there's no way you can really tell, but trust me when I say that my mental health is fine. Like, I'm not in any serious condition right now. I know, I feel like those are like signs of depression, like disinterest in everything, but I feel like I've always kind of been like this. Like, it's not something to worry about. But yeah, I just feel like I'm stuck. Like, I really don't want to do the things that I should be doing. Now, this is still something I'm struggling on, but I did want to think of, try to think of some advice to help anyone who may also feel like this, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. So, I think a way to get out of this like slump, I guess it's like a slump. I think I'm just rephrasing it in a very fancy way by talking about the feeling of inertia, but I think what you really have to do is like find a way to get your heart beating again. Not like literally, I would hope, but like find a way to make yourself feel alive again. And for me, on this lovely Wednesday, it was this. It was just getting out my microphone and filming a video and actually just talking about how I've been feeling. I feel like in the past I've been so focused on being like book smart and like homework and academics and stuff, but I don't necessarily find that stuff fun. When I came up with the idea to do this, to like film this video, I was actually excited. And honestly, I think just doing this has made me feel more alive already. Going back to the whole analogy that I was making, it's not to the point, I'm not at least at the point yet where I can like build a staircase for myself out of the hole that I'm in. But it feels like I'm starting to, I guess, appreciate where I am I guess. And I don't want to say call for help, because this isn't really a call for help, it's more of just a rant. But like, I guess, say something, like make my voice heard in that hole and make my existence known. That's really what this feels like. And I hope that for all the people out there, you can also find something that makes your heart start beating again, something that gives you excitement, and something that will make you feel seen. Because a part of inertia, I think, is, again, going back to the whole idea, being so down deep that no one really notices you. You're just kind of there. Like in school, you're just a wandering spirit almost. Like you're just another one of the thousands of students there. And it's honestly kind of like one of those situations where you stand still but everyone else is moving forwards, so it almost feels like you're moving backwards. I guess that's what it feels like, just the guilt of doing nothing and feeling, honestly, like you're stuck in a hole. But ultimately, I think that everyone has like something, like no matter what it may be, that does make them feel alive. Like there are instances where you're more awake and more conscious, more alert than others. And I think looking for those moments and trying to create those moments is what's important. I think really just taking control of your own life and finding a way to do some of the things that you want to do without like sacrificing a routine, but just making time for other things. I think that will help anyone who feels kind of stuck right now. Even if you're swamped with a lot of work and you don't know where to start and you're so overwhelmed that you end up doing nothing, look for those little moments, those little activities that you know that you love to do, and do them. Do them and find a way to get yourself moving, whether that be mentally or physically, but escape that inertia. Okay, this was a very spontaneous episode of Living in Limbo, which, by the way, I named that title after basically a lot of the stuff that I was saying here. I feel like everyone's moving forward except for me. But this week in particular, I was feeling that a lot, especially because usually I'm more disciplined and I tend to like do extra work even if I don't have to. But these days I feel like I've been doing the bare minimum. Like I've been doing my homework, my school homework, and that's it. It doesn't feel very great, but filming this video and talking did really help. So yeah. Also, thank you for the 139 views on my first podcast slash like, I don't know, rant video, whatever that was. I really appreciate it, honestly. So